A nuclear reactor is like a bomb what is exploding every second. And yeah, this is something, when you have it in the mind of the people, this is something you cannot get out very fast.
Are students still signing up to study nuclear engineering?
Also, at the universities, yeah, there is no capacity to train all the people. We have to do something, and then the universities now are adapting, but it's very, very slow progress.
Hey friends, welcome back to another episode of Going Nuclear, here with a very special guest from Germany. His name is Thomas Roeming. He is involved with the IYNC as well as the German Young Generation Nuclear as well. Thomas, welcome.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
It's my pleasure. So Thomas, let's dive right into it. Tell us about Germany's nuclear industry right now. Let's go into the past and deep dive into the potentials for the future.
Yeah, thank you again for having me. Let's start again with, a little bit for the background. German's nuclear industry is facing challenges right now. Maybe a little bit rearranging to the things happening in Germany right now with the nuclear phase out in the former thing, where we had a very strong nuclear energy. Also, we have big brands like Areva, Framatome, also big players like now E.ON now is part of Uniper. A lot of huge power plants running, and now we have a complete phase out. We're facing challenges like decommissioning, final storage. These are things that are still unsolved. We have to deal with it. Also, we have the lack of staff and trained staff, and also facing lack of young nuclear engineers coming up. This is what the situation is right now. For the future, as mentioned, we have to find staff to do all the major tasks, because we're the only country in the world right now who is doing this in this way, to a complete phase off, thinking about decommission everything at the same time, and don't have a concept maybe for the future, for example, green energy. This is the status right now.
Okay, so the situation's looking pretty complex, pretty bleak. You know, there's the workforce issues. There's projects like decommissioning, which are time and investment heavy.
Yeah.
But it seems like Germany wants to do all of it at once.
Yeah.
And then the last part is uncertainty.
Yeah.
Right. How do young people feel about this situation going on in Germany?
A little bit concerned. The thing is, it was a political decision without any, let's say, alternatives. Let's say our Chancellor Angela Merkel said it was alternativlos, and if there are no other options, and then we will switch it off now, and then let's then think how about to do it. And everybody is a little bit nervous because prices are rising for electricity. Also, we have these challenges. We have to decommission it, but we don't have the staff. We have to train it because there are rules we have to follow. Also, there's some physical basic things like radiation protection. And also we have radioactive waste we have to deal with. And it's there, it's facts, and we have to deal with this fact. So everybody's a little bit concerned. Also, at the universities, there is no capacity to train all the people. And everybody in the nuclear industry knows you cannot learn this in half a year. You have to study it, and then you have to gain experience and experience and experience. And this is something you cannot have from one day to the other.
Yeah, absolutely. So tell me about like German institutions at the moment. Are there any nuclear engineering programs being offered there? Are students still signing up to study nuclear engineering, or has the numbers kind of dwindled down to like zero?
The numbers are still there. We have still universities like Technical University in Munich, ICAT at Stuttgart, Technical University in Dresden, for example, University of Bochum. They are still there programs, but the number of students is, let's say, at a very low level. It's like not like thousands. It's maybe at some universities in 10 to 20 per year, and at others 100. But this is not enough to fulfill all the needs of the industry. At the moment, it is increasing. Because the industry has also learned we have to do something, and then the universities now are adapting, but it's very, very slow progress.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really interesting how like everything is shaping out. Tell us the history. Let's start from the beginning. Let's tell the tale of the energy wenda. Would love to hear from you.
Yeah, in the beginning, it was a huge industry, lots of power, also from the power plants.
How many units? Tell us about like the energy electricity production of Germany. Was it exporting electricity? What was it
At
like?
the beginning, it was exporting. We had world record nuclear reactors like Brockdorf or Emsland. They were on the world level list for years on the top level, and say they were stable on high levels without any going ups and going down. They were also from the stability, they were perfect. And then from one day to the other, we say, okay, we don't need them any longer. And also there was technology, there was trained staff. There was also a lot of industry around, like maintenance. You need also, it's not only operating them, also when there is maintenance, you have trained staff. Everything was there. And from one day to the other, say, oh, we are not necessary any longer. And yes, now it's, let's say, a challenging situation. This is, and also the communication in Germany towards nuclear is a little bit, let's say, very, very complicated. At the beginning, the nuclear industry was, let's say, it very direct, a little bit arrogant, and say, yeah, we are the experts in nuclear. And on the other side, we had our Green Party,
Hmm.
and they say, yeah, but we are against nuclear, and they haven't communicated well in the industry, and so the Green Party or the against parties got the chance to build up this picture of a nuclear reactor is like a bomb what is exploding every second. And yeah, this is something, when you have it in the mind of the people, this is something you cannot get out very fast. It's time consuming. At the big moment in Germany, this picture is a little bit changing. The people gain the experience that, well, maybe it's not that like black and white. We have to maybe differentiate between the communication of political parties
Hmm.
and what the technical facts are. And the technical facts are, as everybody knows in the industry, and maybe who is a little bit technically involved, is a little bit different. And it's not as easy as it shows in some small or short YouTube videos.
Yeah. y- when outsiders or Westerners we look at Germany, we see this bastion of kind of innovation, right? We see these fast cars, all these amazing vehicles, great engineered products, right? Also see some incredible infrastructure projects like the Autobahn, right? Um, so it seems as though from the outside, it's a very pragmatic country based and a very technically sound nation, right? So where did this messaging come from, and how did it evolve into what the German people think of now as nuclear is dangerous?
Yeah, it came up with the Green Party. At the beginning, it was, yes, let's say a grassroots organization
Okay.
with small protests and say, yeah, we're against it. Like maybe it's everywhere in the world when people are against something, but they evolved during the years and say, yeah, it's dangerous, it's dangerous, it's dangerous, it's dangerous. And at a certain point, this word dangerous gets stuck in the head of the people and say, maybe when they say is every time and the other ones do not say something again, then maybe it may be a little bit truth. And then this truth evolves and nobody really asks, is it really true? Yeah, and this is the thing. And yeah, normally, as you've mentioned, the Germans are very fact-based and pragmatic and say, we see it like it is. There are facts. There's written on the paper. We have done measurements or something like that. And yeah, we work based on that. There is no way of thinking about it in a different way. And now we are in a situation we say, yeah, we just say something without proving it. And it's a little bit, or not a little bit, it's very dangerous because when you say something without proving it and someone believes it and taking decision based on what they feel about, then yeah, it can lead to situations like we have it now in Germany. Say we have taken decisions, but we don't know what to do now, and then we are facing issues we have to solve.
Mm. So the message is, if you say something enough, it becomes reality
Yeah,
in the minds of others.
yeah,
Interesting.
yeah. And to come back, maybe we have to get back to this fact base. What are the real facts? Write them maybe down and say, okay, this is what the reality is. We have to face it.
Mm.
If it's good or it's bad, it's not at the moment thing we should talk about. Only write the basis for this thing, and on this basis we have to what we have to face and what we have to do now, and then we can go find a solution, or find solutions, because it will not be one solution. It will be a long way. We have to get back to that.
Interesting. All right, so let's go to the present. How do you, as an advocate for nuclear energy, coming from this nation, from Germany, you're the only German representative here at IYNC, right?
Officially, yes, we have wonderful team for I4N. They won the European contest.
Oh,
There
phenomenal.
are also ideas there. They're
Mm,
good ideas, very good ideas. But from German side, at the moment, I'm the only real representative, and I'm at IYNC. And let's say the single person who is representing Germany, the IYNC, for years now. And this is also something that should be changed in the future. Yes.
How does it feel being your country's representative in an organization or in the industry which is really booming at the moment globally, right? The trajectory for a lot of countries across the world is kind of up and up. Does it give you a little bit of a ray of hope for Germany?
Yes. At the beginning, it was like, well, I'm the only one. Everyone is like, oh, you're German, smiling at me. But it evolves over the years and say, okay, I'm not here only for Germany. I'm representing IYNC.
Yeah.
And this is a completely different picture. But now see, there is hope, because outside Germany, all the other countries are, like you said, they're booming, like Poland, Czech Republic is thinking about it. Even Switzerland, France, you have seen Finland, that this plant is now stable. And also the other countries thinking about, let's go back to nuclear. And so maybe we see in Germany also a little bit the thing, well, maybe nuclear might be an alternative, and maybe we should think about it. And all the other parties, except the Green Party, are also thinking about, maybe we have to get away from this black and white. Maybe we have to think about it in a more detailed way.
Interesting.
Yeah.
In regards to shut down power plants, like for those that are watching, Germany has many, many nuclear power plants. How many in number?
We have we had 5 in Bavaria, 4 in Baden-Württemberg, that we had Emsland, we have Gronde, we have Brockdorf, we have the same as Krümmel. This was a little bit different. So we had in a lot of huge power plants, and there were not only small reactors, like mentioned Brockdorf, for example, or Emsland. There were more than above 1,000 megawatts. So as mentioned, high level, and also in the world. So we had a huge number of power plants with huge reactors. So the potential is there also. And also the knowledge at the moment, it's already there. Sure, the people are old, but at the moment there's still the chance to transfer the knowledge to other persons.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a trend right now in the United States. There's a power plant called Palisades located in Michigan, and it was a decommissioned reactor site, or in the process of decommissioning it. Large parts of it were already decommissioned, and now there's a utility or organization which is looking to restart that reactor.
Yes.
There's also Three Mile Island unit,
Yeah.
which
With Microsoft. Yeah.
that Microsoft collaboration with Constellation, which is looking to come online, right? And so this is kind of unheard of, right? It's kind of people thought this would not even be possible, right? And so, what are your thoughts? Like these assets that are already in Germany, do you think some of them could be revived?
Um, for restarting existing power plants, I think it will not work, because the political situation is not stable enough. Maybe new builds, maybe SMR projects, smaller ones or huger ones like an EPR, maybe, or 2, together maybe with other partners, because we will need the energy. As you've mentioned, we have new technologies like AI, and they need a huge number of computers. And also these computers are extremely energy consuming, and you need a stable source of power for this. And as you've mentioned, when companies like Microsoft are thinking about starting a reactor only for one purpose, this is something that will be heard over the world.
Yeah.
And also in Europe, also Germany say, if we want to be huge in AI, then we have to consider that.
Hmm.
But also like other data intensive, like cloud services like Amazon, you need that power, and that, yeah, needs to come from somewhere.
Hmm. Well, I think this was a great chat. Really appreciate your time. Really appreciate your this honest discussion. And I think, personally for me, I'm always optimistic. Let's see, see, and let's see where time tells itself. I think this is a great way to document the current situation, and maybe in 10 years we can rewatch this podcast
Yeah.
and be like, "Hey, situation has improved a lot." So,
Thank you.
really appreciate your time. Thank you so much. So, thanks again, guys, for watching. If you're interested in learning more about Germany's nuclear industry and the power reactors that are operating, I've actually made two really interesting videos that you can check out. I'll also have Thomas's contact information in the bio below if you want to reach out to him. Well, thanks again, Thomas.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Take care.